to The Missing Piece, Cracking Therapy's Toughest Cases. I'm your host, Heleen Woest, and I'm a licensed professional counselor. So this is just a short introduction to explain how I came up with the name for my podcast, The Missing Piece. In our job as counselors, we sometimes find cases that are downright mind-boggling. The client is stuck, and a treatment plan that worked perfectly fine for dozens of other clients just does not work for this client. So you start to pull other tricks out of your bag, all the evidence-based treatments for the particular issue, and even the ones with not so much evidence behind them, and still stuck. As their therapist, I find myself scratching my head, staring at the case files for hours, searching for that missing piece of the puzzle. Frankly, some of those cases are still mysteries to me, and the clients are still stuck. So my hope for these podcasts is that by putting our heads together as therapists, clinicians, nutritionists, trainers, pelvic health specialists, and other experts, we can find some of the puzzle pieces that are still missing and help our clients to see the whole picture. Now, some of the colleagues and friends that I will be interviewing here helped me find missing pieces of cases in the past, and I would love for them to share with other providers who may have had a similar experience or is currently stuck with the same issue. Some of you may have been staring at the same facts that I have, wondering what it is that you're not seeing. Now, any good clinician knows that if we can't put that last few pieces in place, it doesn't mean much to that specific client. Also, we have to keep it holistic, and sometimes the answers are not in the pages of a psychology textbook, not even in the therapy room. The missing piece could be rock climbing. It could be painting. It could be participating in a ritual. It could be medication, Western or Eastern. It might be a somatic treatment, a prayer room, or a psychedelic journey. It might even be yoga, weight training, music therapy, or dancing. Sometimes the missing pieces is the simple yet profound act of finally allowing yourself to say no, get angry, let go, or walk away. Here are some examples of the most challenging cases that can keep clients stuck and can keep therapists up at night. Clients with deeply entrenched protector systems that are hypervigilant, distrustful of therapy, or actively blocking access to vulnerable parts. Complex PTSD with ongoing unsafe environments, such as clients still living with abusive partners or toxic families. These trauma bonds can be very difficult to navigate. Clients with profound attachment wounds that can cause ongoing push-pull dynamics or intense rupture repair cycles. Trauma survivors with chronic suicidality or self-harm can cause such incredible pain and shame, not just in the client, but also in the clinician who are out of ideas on how to help. Trauma intertwined with personality disorders. Severe medical trauma or traumatic loss. Clients with rigid, trauma-shaped narratives such as, I deserved it, I'm unlovable, I ruin everything. Beliefs that feel fused to their identity and resist cognitive or somatic shifts. Trauma survivors with active substance use, especially when the substance using part is a protector who fears losing its role. Intergenerational trauma with enmeshment or high control families. These situations are usually steeped in trauma bonds, secrecy, and culture or religious pressures that complicate differentiation. Clients who fear internal collapse if they slow down. These are high-functioning professionals whose entire identity is built on overperformance and avoidance of internal states. In the same vein are clients who intellectualize. They are highly verbal, self-aware, and articulate, but unable to access embodied experiences or allow themselves to be vulnerable. Clients with dissociative defenses. They may be losing time in session, dropping into parts that cannot engage, or suddenly shut down when approaching traumatic material. Clients with moral injury or trauma that violates identity. Brave people such as veterans and first responders who run towards danger so others can be safe, just to find themselves trapped in the web of injuries, moral wounds, and PTSD. Clients who are neurodivergent, in these cases healing from traumatic events or the shame and confusion that was brought on by years of not belonging or feeling defective, can be very difficult to overcome. Also, standard protocols, treatments, and medicine don't always fit clients in this community, and if we use the methods we've always used, we'll get the same results: clients who are stuck. There are domestic violence survivors, parents raising children with severe mental or physical challenges, kids who turn violent, children who are abducted, and loved ones who walk away. Each one of these can create an incomplete puzzle. There is nothing easy or straightforward about helping these folks. If we truly want to help, we have to keep digging for that missing piece of the puzzle. A recent meta-analysis for complex PTSD found that up to 41% of participants are non-responders to standard psychological treatments for specifically complex PTSD. That's almost half. These are the complex cases. So let's recap. Sometimes evidence-based treatments hit a wall, and we have to keep looking and digging to find that missing puzzle piece. And sometimes we find it in the most unlikely of places. In the coming weeks, I'll be picking the brains of experts and fellow clinicians, those brave souls who are pushing the boundaries in their field and looking for answers to the most challenging questions in order to better help the people they serve. Please join us in the comments as we start to investigate, and let us know if there's a piece you found under the table that we may have missed. Thank you for joining me. I'm Heleen Woest, and this is The Missing Piece.